And we are back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. You know, we highly appreciate it every time you tune in with us. Go ahead and hit the like button. It helps you out because it helps us out, and it helps us because it helps you. You know, this is a cooperative effort, and the like button, frankly, likes to be touched and tickled. So go ahead and get involved with it, y'all. Now, y'all, we have another Fani Willis related story today. I think y'all are going to find this interesting. You know that Fani is currently facing a lot of scrutiny, both publicly and in the governmental circles, particularly the Georgia State Senate. They want to know all that there is to know about Fani's use of public funds to pay her boyfriend, Nathan Wade. Y'all already know that, but you know, for people who haven't heard this before, yes, when Fani Willis decided to prosecute, at that time, ex-President Donald Trump, she hired a man with whom she had a romantic relationship, and that caused all kinds of issues about her paying him out of the public funds, and was he using that money to then take her on trips and buy her gifts, you know, like money laundering or misappropriation of funds, that kind of stuff. So she's in kind of under the microscope, and we could even say in hot water right now. There is some people say conservative organization, but y'all pushed back on me when I said conservative. So we're just going to say there's a watchdog. Can we call Judicial Watch a watchdog? Right. So Judicial Watch is like a watchdog. They want to make sure that the public servants are doing their job properly, and that they are not misusing the public funds, not misleading the public. Will y'all accept that description of Judicial Watch? So Judicial Watch has asked Fani's office for different documents about her travels and interactions with the January 6th committee that was investigating Donald Trump. Judicial Watch wanted to know, and still wants to know, did Fani's office collude, which would be an illegal cooperation, okay? Did Fani's office collude with the January 6th committee or anybody in Washington who was going after Trump? So they asked for documents, and Fani's office, predictably, right, and unsurprisingly, stalled, said they didn't have the documents, wound up turning over a document that Judicial Watch found on its own, and then because of the deception, Fani's office had to pay Judicial Watch almost $22,000. Now Judicial Watch is asking that a special master be appointed to oversee the document search and this whole process with Fani's office. Okay, I'm going to let Judicial Watch explain that to you, and then we'll come right back and we'll look at this article.
Of course, we still, despite getting this $22,000 nearly from the court or through this court order, we still want the documents they're withholding. And we've asked the court for a special master, which would be a special court, someone with authority under the court to monitor and basically manage the search for records. We've asked the court to look at the documents that have been withheld as well, to see if the withholdings they're citing or the exemptions they're citing as justification for withholding the records are sufficient and warranted, and whether we should get the records or not. I mean, our goal in the end, this isn't about the money, this is about getting the records.
So you've heard from Judicial Watch what they're looking for, and you've heard why, right? What do you think Fani says about this? Do you think Fani says, I am a public servant, I have nothing to hide, I want all of my constituents, nay, the entire country, I want you to know that I'm doing my job properly and that transparency is important? Sure. Come on over, review everything, look at everything. Do you think that's what Fani said? Or do you think she said it would be, quote, incredibly intrusive for a special master to come in and oversee and supervise and start digging into this entire thing? Well, as you can see, the reporting from Law and Crime, if you chose B, incredibly intrusive, congratulations. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis recently asked a court in Georgia not to appoint a special master in response to her office's repeat violations of the Georgia Open Records Act. Okay, so Law and Crime, they've been on top of this. Salute to Law and Crime. As they previously reported, the violations, and this is what we just talked about a few minutes ago, these violations occurred when the prosecutor's office, in response to open records requests, this would be from Judicial Watch, I believe, right, denied having any documents showing any communication with Special Counsel Jack Smith or members of the since defunct House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Now, y'all, keep this in mind. When all of this was happening, Donald Trump he looked like he was on his last leg, y'all. He looked like he was down and out. He looked like he was finished, right? But now he's back. Now he's back, and he has allies in Georgia, and they want to get to the bottom of this. They want to turn the tables on Fani. So late last year, in response to a lawsuit filed by the conservative, I'm not saying this, y'all. This is Law and Crime saying it. Filed by the conservative government watchdog group Judicial Watch, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Robert McBurney ordered the district attorney's office to provide the requested documents and or explain its continued absence, leaving open the possibility of attorney's fees. So we already know McBurney ordered Fani's office to pay those fees. Okay. Now the embattled DA says she and her office are in compliance with the court's December 2024 order and argue that Judicial Watch is simply asking the court for too much too soon. Quote, plaintiff's request for in-camera inspection of records that are attorney-client privileged and attorney work product is premature without the opportunity to first have an evidentiary hearing, and there is no provision for in-camera review of documents withheld due to a pending investigation or prosecution of criminal or unlawful activity. Okay, so what does all this mean? What all this means is, look, Judicial Watch is trying to make us turn over these documents so that they can review them. But these documents are part of an ongoing criminal investigation / prosecution. So we shouldn't have to show them anything. That's what this is saying. Now, of course, Fani's office has been taken off of the Trump case. So the idea that this is an ongoing prosecution from her office is at best doubtful. She is appealing that decision to the Georgia Supreme Court. Who knows which way that's going to go? So it's doubtful that she even has an active prosecution of Donald Trump and the other defendants, the co-defendants, because the appeals court in Georgia told her, look, you're off the case. Your whole office is off the case. So, y'all, this is probably one of the most complicated and just weird, frankly, weird legal cases that you're going to find anywhere. So if you're following this, kudos to you. And it does look like, Fani, she stepped in it, y'all. She stepped in a big old pile of it. You can imagine whatever it might be. She took out a bat and hit the hornet's nest, not knowing that the hornets had friends in the area who were ready to mount up and come to the nest rescue. About 10, 12, 15 nests are on her now. And it's not looking good for her, y'all. I mean, listen, I don't revel in this, okay? I don't want it to sound like I'm saying I have something personally against her. I just find this interesting because, she went from the predator to now she's the prey. She went from the I'm going after you. She was on the offense. Now she's on the defense. So I don't have any ill will to Fani. I know y'all have heard me say that many times, but it's just, legally speaking, it's just interesting, right? So that's why we keep talking about it. So y'all, I want to hear what y'all have to say. What do you think is going to happen with this special master? Will Judicial Watch, will their motion for the special master, will it result in a special master? And if you're still a little confused as to what a special master is, it's somebody who is independent, who's going to go into Fani's office and start turning over desks and opening up cabinets and cleaning out everything and looking for anything that she has to hide. That's what it is. Okay. It's a person, let's say government appointed, who will go in and look for anything you're trying to hide. And if they find it, they'll turn it over to the relevant authorities. So do you think that Judicial Watch's motion for a special master to go in and just go through all Fani's office's stuff and try to find something they were hiding, do you think that special master will be appointed? Or will Fani's motion say, no, you can't put a special master on us? Will she rule the day? Y'all let me know what you think about this. Again, always appreciate you listen. So many views, so many comments. I appreciate y'all. It's really humbling, but it's also awesome. So if you made it this far, you are among the select. And I thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this story out with everybody you know. And we'll see you back in the next one.